Hello everyone, it is Joe here from OmniPoke, the channel that brings you guys everything Pokemon. If you're looking for PTCGO codes, make sure you go ahead and check out the Potown store. You can get a 5% discount on your orders using that code OmniPoke. For today's video, we are going to be talking the Limitless Invitational. I am really excited to be partaking in this tournament. There are 4 qualifiers as well as the Invitational itself. All of these qualifiers are free to enter for anyone. It is a PTCGO only tournament, and it is essentially filling the void in our hearts right now when you're not allowed to go outside, not allowed to go to league or higher events right now. It has been a real bummer, but Limitless have come through, guys. They've really given us a great opportunity to still get involved with some high-level tournament play, which I think is going to be really, really exciting. So we can really see a good conclusion to this format before we do get into the Rebel Clash set. One of the invitationals, one of the qualifiers and the invitational itself is actually in the beginning of that Rebel Clash format as well. So these tournaments are actually going to be the first time we get to see in the Western world the new Rebel Clash cards in action. So that'll be exciting as well. The list in front of you is the list I'm going to be playing. Why am I telling you this, the day before the tournament? Well, because it's open deck lists. So everyone will have the chance to see this list anyways. No surprises here. There's no reason in hiding what you're playing because your opponent gets to see before the tournament anyway. And plus, it's a over 1,000 player tournament, at least how many have registered right now. So the chances you'll run into me, pretty slim. So yeah, I'm not too worried about that. And no surprise here, I'm playing ADPization right now. Not too much to say about the list. I've gone for Pokemon catchers and no reset stamps. Because I believe Marnie is stronger disruption for exactly against Baby Blounds, which is kind of a matchup that I want to target because it's naturally a little bit awkward for me. So playing aggressive Marnies, Absols, and the Chaotic Swell that I'm playing, I'm hoping that that can help balance out the matchup. Everything else is pretty much self-explanatory stuff you've seen before in Zacian. Like, there's not too many tricks going on here. I'm sticking with Tag Call build just for the deck spaces that I get compared to Acrobike Cherish Ball Spinner. It ends up being more spaces overall. So yeah, that's why we're rocking with this list. I imagine ADPization is still going to be one of the most popular decks in the tournament, but because it is a free-to-enter PTCGO tournament, that actually means people from all levels of play can enter this event, and that might mean that in the first few rounds at least, you could come up against anything really. There could be those things you see on the ladder all the time, like the Rillaboom players. Malamar's popular on ladder. Some more budget-style decks out there as well, so that'll be pretty interesting. So yeah, there's a few other bits of nuance to the tournament as well. We'll get into that now. So I thought I'd just show off my list and just start with that, because obviously it's a standard tournament. It is a best-of-1 tournament as well. So I think... And also we're expecting around 20 or so rounds, like 18, 20 rounds, maybe even more depending on how many people actually finish off signing up. But yeah, I think in a best-of-1, 20 or so round tournament, I want to have quite a straightforward, simple list. ADPization's game plan is relatively similar in most situations, so yeah, I think it's a good one. And it's obviously what I've been playing the most in this format as well, so it just makes sense for me. So let's go over to the display capture now and talk about the tournament in a bit more detail. So yeah, it is a best-of-1. We're expecting around 20 rounds, which sounds overwhelming. But when you think about it, it's not actually that many more rounds than you would play in a regular regional tournament. So it's a regional from home, basically. That's how I want to think about it. But the size of the tournament actually means it's more like internationals or something like that, which is actually really awesome. So yeah, as you can see, there are 4 qualifiers here that then enter you into the Invitational. Now, interestingly enough, there's a top cut of 8 in each qualifier, and there are payouts for each qualifier as well, which is individual. But cutting in each qualifier doesn't guarantee you into the Invitational. It's actually based on all 4 qualifiers, and your points are totaled up for all of these qualifiers. So it is important, if your goal is to actually try and get into that Invitational, to play all 4 qualifiers. If you, only want to play in one and just test it out and have a fun weekend instead, by all means, just pick the qualifier where the prize is the best for you or whatever. So yeah, I think definitely qualifier 1 is going to be interesting because it's the first time, it's a teething process, and some people might be put off the first qualifier or whatever, want to see how it plays out. But I think if you want to actually be one of those 12 players in the Invitational come May 30th, I think it's important to play in all 4. But yeah, it is 25-minute Swiss rounds as well. Well, actually, I think they give us 30 minutes because they give us like a small grace period for us to actually post our results. It's self-posting results as well. You need to give evidence of that. So on PTCGO, there's a thing when it gives you the victory or defeat screen in the bottom left before you hit like OK and move on to the next thing. It can show the stat breakdown, and then you just screenshot that, send it in through Battlefy, which is this system here. So I'm going to be going through the how to sign up thing here as well. So yeah, I'm a little bit all over the place because I just hit record and stuff, but here we go. You can go ahead and go over to the Limitless TCG website. You guys have seen me on this all the time. It's a fantastic resource for all sorts of things. And if you literally just go home, their latest post is about their online series, and you can see the big breakdown here. Signing in is pretty simple. First of all, you want to go onto Battlefy, which you can see here, which I'll sort of navigate you through, as well as the Discord, which I'll talk about as well. They have a great frequently asked questions section on their Discord channel, and it's specifically for just these tournaments as well. So it's really, really simple. So don't be overwhelmed by any of this stuff. If you've never heard of Battlefy before, neither have I. And it's literally like a number of clicks and you're there. So they are also going to be streaming this tournament, which is awesome. So every now and then a feature match will be selected and then you have to go live, but that's fine. I think it's just screen sharing on Discord, which again isn't a big deal. If you've never done Discord either, it's very, very similar to Skype. There are going to be donations as well, and that's what I wanted to draw some attention to, because this tournament is, you know, for the players so that we have something to do during this pandemic, but also we can show our support for the response fund of COVID-19. This is the World Health Organization's response fund as well, so it's all kosher. So yeah, donations greatly appreciated. I'll be doing a donation as well into this tournament, probably during the actual invitational itself. So yeah, I really encourage you guys to also show your support, especially because, again, just the amount of work the Limitless guys have gone through just off their own backs. Like, no one expected anyone to do something like this, and the fact that they have, and they've gone all out, they've got multiple sponsors, they've got a great prize pool. They've dedicated like judges towards this whole thing. It's so much work that they've put in just for the community. So for that alone, I think that's worth throwing some money to the cause, I would say. More breakdown of the qualifiers here. The bullet points here as well. It's just for the quick breakdown if you're looking for that. They have what to do in case of disagreements and stuff like that, but I imagine it should all be okay. You can see that the first 12 seeds will be based on your ranking over the 4 qualifiers, so don't worry if you don't do phenomenally in the first qualifier. You can still go ahead and play the others, and even if you just like spike one tournament and do quite well in one of them, you might even get towards some prizes as well, which is great, right? So why not? When it's free entry and you're just playing Pokemon, it's, you know, like a win-win really. Seeds 13 to 16 are for content creators. I am among these content creators that people can vote for. So voting is exclusively for people who have signed up to the tournament and specifically to each qualifier. So everyone who's involved in Qualifier 1 will have the chance to vote for any of these content creators. Pick your favorite. We've got Tusam, OmniPoke, Azul, Chip, Tablemon, Zapdos TCG, Studios Network, iCaterpie, Rahul Reddy, Sierra Dawn, Sinichi18, which is Pedro Torres. We've got Zach Lesage, and we also have Rare Candy. Also, bear in mind as well, for OmniPoke at the very least, I've negotiated that if me or Jack makes it into the tournament, based on our qualification ranking, the other person will get in as well. So if you don't like me, but you like Jack, still worth voting for, I would say. And then they give a little bit of streaming information here. So the first qualifier is run by the Potown Store, one of my own sponsors, and it's a cash payout. The second qualifier is from Ultra Pro, and they have a bunch of sleeves, playmat, binder, deck boxes, stuff like that, and it goes down. Qualifier 3 is done by PCA, which is a grading company. They give you vouchers as well as graded cards. And Qualifier 4 at the moment is Limitless, but there may be a different sponsor at some point, but they're saying that the prize fund, at least, will be the same. The value of the prizes will be the same overall. It may not be guaranteed to be cash prizes. It might be that they're working on getting more sponsorship or whatever else, but just something to bear in mind. And then the Invitational itself, so for the 16 players, it's really insane payout. So to be fair, I think it's the right thing to do when people have worked really hard through each qualifier to actually make it to the Invitational. Having a lot of people just getting rewarded for getting there in the first place is good. And so of the top 16 players, the top 8 all will get at least $40, as well as PCA vouchers and some Ultra Pro sleeves and a deck box as well. And then it goes higher up to the Ultimate Champion, who will get $400 cash prize, an altered promo that's going to be graded by this PCA company, the big Ultra Pro Champion package, more vouchers, and also a custom Champion playmat as well. So again, like, just amazing creativity, ingenuity from Limitless to provide such amazing prize funds just off their own back, really, which is just absolutely excellent. So if you are interested in this tournament, the first thing you want to do, go on to Battlefy. Literally just type in battlefy.com, sign in however you want to sign in, sign up. I just signed up straight through Facebook, and you can... Wait, let's go back. If I can. No. Where's the home button for this thing? See, I'm still navigating this. Right, so we go home here. This will be like the opening stream. And if you literally just, as you type in Battlefy, that'll be the opening thing. You go home, you type in Pokemon. Pokemon trading card game is here. What have I done wrong? I've done this completely wrong. But yeah, you can search Pokemon. It's because I've logged in, right? And then it will have a whole bunch of different tournaments. Not actually that many, but like a handful of tournaments, and one of them will be the Limitless Online Qualifier 1 by the Potown store. And then, you know, as other qualifiers get opened up for registration, you can go ahead and register for that. So I've already registered. You put in your name, you put in your PTCGO username, you put in your Decklist, you put in your Discord name. This is all the information you need, and you put your flag as well if you want to. And you just hit submit, and it's literally that simple. I would advise making your deck list on PTCGO first, and then just doing the copy thing that you can do straight from PTCGO, put it in there. So yeah, and then here we are. You can see the amount of participants right now is almost 1,100 already. Now, I imagine some of these players may just be like registering because it's free reg and you don't get punished for it or whatever. And some may end up dropping, even if it's just round 1. But I still think we'll be like, you know, around 900 or 1,000 players in general, even with a handful of people like dropping early and whatnot. But yeah, a lot of useful things here. There's brackets, there's the Swiss rounds, announcements and stuff like that. So yeah, it's going to be really simple to go through. And the other thing you want to sign up to is the Discord. And if you haven't got Discord, it's really easy just to download. And it's called the Limitless Invitational. That's the channel you want to be on. There's a really important frequently asked questions thing, which isn't actually, like, it's a lot of text, but it's quick and easy to get through. Not all of it will relate to you, but it'll give you all the information that you need to sign up in the first place if you have any trouble with that, and also tell you a little bit more about the tournament. There's also a helpful video as well for sign up as well. So it's really, really simple to get involved. I really do encourage it because I know a lot of people are bored and want something to do, something to keep yourselves interested in Pokemon, keep yourself invested in the game, keep yourself fresh, even though we're not able to physically go to as many tournaments as we would like right now. This is going to be a great way for us to really keep together as a community and share this amazing tournament with everyone else and give ourselves something to talk about, something to practice with our friends with, stuff like that. So I think it's a really awesome thing. So yeah. I've really just had a free-flowing discussion here and haven't really planned much, but overall, I think I hit the main topics. Maybe a little bit messy here and there, but go to the Limitless website. That'll give you the prompts to go towards the Discord and Battlefy. You can sign up to anything, and it's all displayed and written out here. If not, it'll be in the frequently asked questions on the Discord, and failing that, you can just send questions into some of those chats as well, and I'm sure people will be on hand to answer. I'm pretty sure they've had a couple moderators live like the entire time, so yeah, really well run right now, and everyone's on top of things. If you are entered in the tournament and you are voting, I believe it's emoji based. So if you just want to have a quick look at the emoji that you want to be doing, if you want to vote for me, you can go ahead and use the bog roll, the most precious resource in the land these days. You can go ahead and go for that, but obviously all the other content creators are here as well, and equally deserving of your vote as well. So I'm not going to take it personally, guys. I'm going to be tryharding this tournament anyway with ADP. Hopefully I make it in as, on my own back as a skillful player, but you all know that's never going to happen, so I would appreciate your vote. So yeah, I think that just about covers everything. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not necessarily playing ADP in every tournament, but that's where I'll start. I think I may, just for variety on the channel, do some other stuff, because I've already played ADPization in the Potown Store tournament, so I may end up picking some other stuff later down the line, who knows. We'll really take stock of how this first Invitational goes, but as of right now, this is like the most comfortable deck that I have really of this format. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I will be recording my entire journey of the first qualifier, and hopefully I'll be recording all the other qualifiers as well in full. I think I'm going to break them up rather than have like one big monster video, because there's going to be a lot of downtime between the rounds, especially if there are donks or early wins in just a few turns. That obviously can happen. So that's just the nature of the beast. So yeah, I'd rather do it recording rather than streaming, because there's just too much downtime. And it's too much to worry about as well, worrying about chat and whatnot. And ultimately, I'm wanting more people in the tournament than in my Twitch chat. So yeah, make sure you do get involved. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you are looking forward to this qualifier, this bit of content for you guys to watch as well. If you're not bothered about playing, make sure you go ahead and check out the stream periodically throughout the day. I'm sure they're going to do their best to pick some of the entertaining matchups and some of the bigger names in the game, so they've got plenty to cherry pick from. So thanks so much for watching. I've talked about this way too much already, and I've repeated myself a bunch, but yeah, and I'll see you during the qualifiers tomorrow. Cheers.